Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, in the last lecture, the binary tree representation in main memory along with the three standard ways to traverse the binary tree were discussed. Moreover, the binary search tree was also described with its insertion and deletion algorithms. Ladies and gentlemen, in today's lecture, two other important trees, namely AVL tree and the heap tree, will be explored. Dear viewers, the binary search tree described in the last lecture may contain either the left skewed or the right skewed unbalanced structure, which will result in the big O of n worst case time complexity to search a node in any branch. These unbalanced binary search trees are also shown in the diagram as either right skewed or left skewed. Dear listeners, to cope up the issue raised in the previous slide regarding the unbalanced binary search tree, the balancing is performed by considering the balance factor, which is the difference of height between the left and the right subtrees of that binary tree. If the tree is balanced instead of skewed to the left or to the right, then the balance factor of this tree is either -1 or 0 or +1, and its subtrees are also balanced. In a balanced binary search tree, the height of its subtrees differs by no more than 1. Balancing the binary search tree further improves the search complexity to the big O of log n. This concept helps in determining the location of the desired node efficiently. Dear students, an AVL tree is a balanced binary tree, also known as height balanced binary search tree, in which the heights of the subtrees differ by no more than 1, which means the tree is balanced. The AVL tree is named after the two mathematicians G.M. Adelson-Welsky and E.M. Landis in 1962. Balancing a tree results in significant performance improvements in maximum search effort of big O of log n. Ladies and gentlemen, inserting a new node into an AVL tree is the same as in binary search tree, except in backing out of the tree, the balancing of the node or rebalancing if necessary be constantly checked or done. The same process also applies in the case of deletion in an AVL tree. Dear listeners, the rebalancing of an AVL tree after the deletion or insertion considers 4 cases such that the left of left case rebalances by rotating the out of balance node to the right. The right of right case rebalances an AVL tree by rotating the out of balance node to the left. Both of these cases perform single rotation of the out of balance node. The right of left case performs the rebalancing by double rotation such that first the left subtree is rotated to the left, and then the out of balance node is rotated to the right. Finally, the left of right case performs the rebalancing by double rotation such that first the right subtree is rotated to the right, and then the out of balance node is rotated to the left. Dear viewers, the left of left case indicates the left high subtree of a left high tree, and it can be balanced by rotating the out of balance node to the right once. It is depicted in the diagram as well. Ladies and gentlemen, the right of right case points to the right high subtree of a right high tree, which can be balanced by the single rotation of the out of balance node to the left. This process is also sketched in the diagram. Dear listeners, the right of left is the case of a right high subtree of a left high branch. This is also depicted on the left side of the given diagram. As explained earlier, that the RL case can be resolved by double rotation such that first the left subtree is rotated to the left, and then the out of balance node is rotated to the right. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, the left of right case indicates a left high subtree of a right high branch, and it is also sketched on the left side of the given diagram. As stated earlier, this can also be balanced by double rotation such that first the right subtree is rotated to the right, and then the out of balance node is rotated to the left. Dear students, the heap tree is a complete or nearly complete binary tree in which the key value in a node is greater than or equal to the key values in all its subtrees, and the subtrees are in turn heaps as well. Such heap tree is also known as max heap, and it is depicted in the given diagram. The min heap can also be created that contains the key value in a node less than the key values in all its subtrees, which are also min heap. Ladies and gentlemen, the heap tree and the binary search tree not only differ in the definitions but also the contents of the key values, such that in a complete binary search tree with no equal nodes, the root always contains the median value of the keys, whereas in a heap it contains the largest value. Dear listeners, to insert an item in a heap tree H, first adjoin the item at the end of H so that H is a complete tree but not necessarily a heap. Then let an item rise to its appropriate place in H so that H is finally a heap. Dear viewers, depicted in this slide is the procedure to insert an item in a heap tree H of n elements stored in an array with the name tree. This procedure is explained previously. Ladies and gentlemen, to delete the root of a heap tree H, assign the root R to some variable item. Replace the deleted node R by the last node L of H so that H is still a complete tree but not necessarily a heap. Allow L to sink to its proper place in H by the reheaping process so that H is finally a heap. Dear students, the deletion of the root of a heap tree explained in the last slide is depicted in the diagram of deletion procedure. This procedure not only deletes and assigns the root of H to an item, it performs the reheaping of the remaining elements as well. Ladies and gentlemen, the heap tree may be applied either in the process of heap sorting or selection of the kth largest or smallest element in an unsorted list, or in the priority queue implementation. Dear listeners, to sort a list of n elements in an array A through the heap sorting requires two phases such that phase A builds a heap H out of the elements of A. Phase B repeatedly deletes the root element of H. Since the root of H always contains the largest node in H, phase B deletes the elements of A in decreasing order. Dear viewers, this slide contains the heap sorting algorithm that also invokes the insertion and deletion procedures described previously. Dear students, for the analysis of complexity of heap sorting, it is mandatory that the two phases of the algorithm must be analyzed separately. For phase A, if H is a heap, then the number of comparisons to find the appropriate place of a new element item in H cannot exceed the depth of H. Since H is a complete tree, its depth is bounded by log m, where m is the number of elements in H. The total number of comparisons g of n to insert the n elements of A into H is bounded as g of n less than equal to n log n. Phase A running time is proportional to n log n after this description. For phase B, dear listeners, if H is a complete tree with m elements, and if the left and right subtrees of H are also heaps, and L is the root of H, then the reheaping uses 4 comparisons to move the node L one step down the tree H. Since the depth of H does not exceed log m, reheaping uses at most 4 log m comparisons to find the appropriate place of L in the tree H. The total number of comparisons H of n, which requires n times reheaping to delete the n elements of A from H, is bounded as H of n less than equal to 4n log n. Therefore, phase B running time is also proportional to n log n. Since each phase requires time proportional to n log n, the running time to sort n element array A using heap sort is proportional to n log n. That is, f of n is big O of n log n, which also gives a worst case complexity of the heap sort algorithm, which belongs to the linear logarithmic efficiency class. The worst case complexity of the heap sort algorithm is better in contrast with the running time of bubble sort, which is big O of n square, and that of quick sort, whose running time complexity for average case though is n log n, but the worst case complexity is same as of bubble sort, that is big O of n square. Dear students, in today's lecture, the other two kinds of the trees being discussed. You are hereby advised to consult Chapter 7 of Data Structure by Lipschutz for further details and studies. Till next lecture, stay home, stay blessed, keep learning.